John Sopel reporting there. Well, social media has played a huge part in the BBC's coverage and covering the events surrounding that memorial service today. Let's go to Lucas de Jong, who joins us from the World's Newsroom. Lucas, just talk us through some of the response to all of this.
Well, Tim, it's amazing. With these massive news events that we go, we know things like Twitter and Facebook are going to be absolutely active and rolling with things like hashtag Mandela Memorial, which has been a really major one. But there's a lot of different elements and a lot of different ways that the BBC and BBC World has been covering this story as well. It's time to talk to Samantha Barry. She's our social media producer and a perfect person to talk us through some of these ways we are covering this. Sam, I can see the Instagram page up here. This is a little known platform we don't use too often though, do we?
Was it one of our newer platforms, but it's getting a lot of momentum at the moment because we have Joseph Winters, who's BBC's online Africa editor, and he's been sending videos in from using just his mobile phone in the stadium today, and we can have a look at some of those.
The reason why I'm here today is to celebrate the life of Madiba. His sacrifice, what he stood for. The core being of Madiba's life was humanity, and that is what he gave us recognition here in South Africa, to be counted as a person.
I was in the same stadium, FNP Stadium, when Nelson Mandela was released in 1990. We were so excited to see the man that we have been hearing. He was away for 27 years. Today I'm here again when we say farewell to him.
Isn't it just incredible? There's such an array of different videos and things we're getting across all platforms. Videos, and we also have still images, don't we?
We're getting a lot of images in from our reporters and our producers and all of those teams that we have across South Africa. My favourite has to be from one of our floor managers, Nikki. She's tweeted this photo of John Sopel with John Simpson earlier today while they were listening to the US President Obama give his speech at the memorial, and they're sitting on some pretty fancy bin bags as seats in this image, so it's a nice candid behind the scenes shot.
Absolutely.
This is from another producer in Kunu, and he's taken an image of the local people coming together to gather and sit in front of a big screen, also watching Mandela's memorial today. This is Ellen. So she's a social media reporter actually for the language services for BBC, and she left New Broadcasting House yesterday, and lots of people online have been watching her journey from here in London to the stadium, which she arrived about an hour after the memorial service started today, and she's been sending, in particular for the language services here in the BBC, she's been sending a lot of social media reporting back to them.
And just lastly, this picture, which I love. This is some real behind the scenes stuff, isn't it?
This is from Kevin Bishop, another one of our producers for BBC, and he sent this through from Kunu, and this is where they're building the media marquee that's going to be used a lot over the, in particular over the weekend for the funeral service.
Such an amazing amount of infrastructure that has to go in there. Let's look now at this, because we can't go past the BBC News webpage, and in particular the live page is what we're looking at right now. There's been so much information flowing up in here over the days, and our website team's been doing such an amazing job.
And all of those tweets from reporters or producers or John Sopel or Roz, they're all coming in here. We've got emails, images, they're all playing into this memorial, this live page for BBC News, and we've had more than 375,000 visitors to this page at some stage during the day today.
Excellent. Samantha Barry, social media producer, thank you very much. I just want to leave you guys with this short image. It's a couple of pictures that have been gathered together from our Focus on Africa team. They've gathered thousands of mentions on Facebook and Twitter, single word mentions that relate to Nelson Mandela, and they've turned it into an incredible picture of him. If you want to see a little bit more and hear a little bit more about the background of that, tune into Focus on Africa. They're on After Global a little bit later on today, and they'll give you a bit of a look at what some of those words are. Yeah.